What's good, man? It's Sunday, March 25th. Hold on. Oh, there we go. All right. All right, so look. I did the part 1 and part 2 of A Lesson is a Blessing. And I ain't gonna lie, I convinced myself that I'm trying to post 1,000 videos before. Nah, I ain't gonna say 1,000. I ain't gonna say 1,000. At least 300. Let's say that. At least 300 videos before the year over. I'm gonna try to make this quick because I know I'll be talking a lot, but A Lesson is a Blessing part 1 and part 2. Both of those videos, they cut out on me. So I'm here making this part 3 just to conclude that that series. I might continue if I have something to add on to that, but for right now, this is the summary the conclusion of A Lesson is a Blessing. So basically, I just wanted to summarize it up because I know I was talking a lot and I was doing a lot of talking, a lot of bouncing back and forth. So basically, my whole point in that video was you gotta realize that what you going through ain't bad. All right, I said this before. Everything that you go through, whether it's good or bad, is for a reason. If it's good, it's a lesson. If you think that it's bad, it's not bad. No, I said if it's good, it's a lesson. If it's good, it's a blessing. And if you think it's bad, it's not bad, it's a lesson. And a lesson ain't bad. A lesson is a blessing. So with that being said, when you going through stuff, like for example, today, I had plans to do something. I went to go do it. Didn't work out in my favor. I was upset. I'm not gonna lie. But then I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I don't even care. It's gonna be okay. You feel me? So once you start to think like that with everything, whether it's little or big, you start to feel different about a lot of stuff. And blessings come quicker than you expected, to be honest. When you looking for a blessing, it's not always what you thought it was gonna be. You get what I'm saying? For example, you could ask somebody for $1 and they might send you 5. You could ask somebody for 5, they might send you 10. You could ask somebody for 20 and they might tell you no. But then the whole time it was a reason that he told you no. Or maybe you was gonna do something that wasn't benefiting you. So that's why it didn't work out in your favor. But yeah, a lesson is a blessing, man. So I had a lot of things happen. They real small, but you got to be grateful for the small things. I was saying I had a lot of things happen recently that's been small blessings. And as mature as I became, I'm realizing like, dang, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. Whenever you hear a voice in your head and it's not your thoughts, for example, I didn't tell myself to get on YouTube and start talking about this type of stuff. I've been wanting to do YouTube, yeah, but this type of content, I never would have thought. Am I happy to do something like this? Yes, or else I wouldn't be doing it. But I'm grateful. Like I said, you got to be grateful. I'm grateful that God put it in me to be grateful to do something like this. For example, when you thinking and you just sitting by yourself and you thinking to yourself and you hear good thoughts or you get a good idea, something that you never thought that you would think before, if it's good thoughts, it's God. So when you having good thoughts, act on those good thoughts. For example, I wasn't even finna record this video today. I wasn't gonna record this right now because I wanted to wait till the morning. I wanted to wait till it was daytime outside. I wanted the sun to be out so I wouldn't be recording with the room light. But I was like, you know what? I feel that I need to do it right now, I might as well do it right now while I feel like it. And so God put it in me to do what he called me to do. I'm really excited to take off with what I'm about to take off with this stuff. And bro, I got it tatted too. It hit different. I know y'all see that. I'm not gonna do too much, but got it tatted on my neck. Yeah. But I'm proud of myself. You gotta be proud of yourself too, even if you're not where you at. Even if you're not where you're supposed to be or where you think you're supposed to be at. Because truth be told, wherever you at, that's where you're supposed to be. If you feel like you going through something and you feel like, dang, I've been through this before. Why do I keep going through the same stuff? Why am I keep having to deal with this over and over? You got to pass the test. You got to pass the lesson. You're not gonna get past that lesson until you pass the test. So reevaluate, do some thinking. You feel me? You got to sit back and be like, dang, what did I do wrong? So I don't do it again. I heard somebody say, he said, if you don't learn from your mistakes, you a goofy. He a YN too, but that's some real stuff. If you don't learn from your mistakes, you a goofy, straight up. So you just got to be mature. You can't be stuck in your ways. You got to recognize, like, look, this is what I'm supposed to do, so I'm going to do it. Or this is how I'm supposed to do this, so I'm going to do it. This is how this is supposed to go. Okay. I was going to say this too. I'm glad I remembered. Some people be trying to figure out, like, why and how. When I was growing up, I used to ask my dad or my mom why. Or, I mean, when I was little, because once you get to a certain age, you can't ask your black mama or daddy why. But when I was a little kid, I used to be like, why? And then my mom, she wouldn't really explain, but my dad, he would explain. He'd be like, no, I'm capping. When I got older, my dad would explain to me why. Because he understood that if he told me why, then I'd be like, okay, that's why. But if you didn't tell me why, I mess around and still do it. You know what I'm saying? So when I raise my kid, instead of being stuck in my ways, I'm going to tell him, look, don't do this because this. And I'm already like that. But, you know, when you got a kid, you feel like they down here. Or at least that's how most parents feel. But I'm going to treat my kid like he me. I'm going to treat him like he me. Like, as soon as he get old enough to understand, I'm going to tell him, like, look, you don't do this because this going to happen. Or you not supposed to do this because this how this supposed to go. And he'll be like, oh, okay, that's why he told me not to do that. But growing up, I was taught, why? Because I said so. Because I said so. But when you think about it, that's not really a bad way to think about it, because where I'm going with this is the universe. People try to figure out the universe, scientists, like all these people that want to know about the universe and how did this, bro, it don't matter. Who created God? That's a question I be saying. So if God created this, and who created him? Like, bro, you got to be a dummy to ask a question like that. That's like self-explanatory. Whether you want to believe it or not, whether you understand it or not, it's not for you to understand. What God do and why he do it and the way he do it is not for you to understand. Mind you, I just told y'all when I raise my kid, I'm gonna tell him why. This is why, so he can understand. This is why I'm supposed to do this, or this is why I'm not supposed to do this, so he can understand. Now, if he chooses to do, or if she chooses to do what I told them not to do, and you feel me, whatever consequence it come. But at least I warned him. I told him it ain't like he gonna come back to me, Dad, why? Or she gonna come back to me, Dad, why didn't you tell me this would happen if I do this? I didn't know this would happen. You just told me not to do it. You see what I'm saying? But that's how it gotta be sometimes. Maybe it's for the best of us that we don't understand why and we don't know why. Certain stuff, maybe it is good to be like, you know what? I ain't gonna tell them. Because maybe that was part of their lesson. So when you don't understand something, maybe that's God trying to help you figure it out. Because if he tell you, you didn't learn nothing. I don't read the Bible like I said, but I'm finna start soon. But I know it's a story in there where the people the people in the Bible was like giving praise to God. And the devil came and told God, like, he only praising you because he got everything he need. He got everything he want. He rich. He got food and all this. And God was like, okay, take away everything and see what he do. And he got everything took away from him. And what he do? He didn't turn his back on God. He prayed even harder. He prayed even harder. He went harder. He went harder. And then the devil like, dang. Now God bless him and he get that 1,000 times over. That was me without me knowing it. Real stuff. That was me. That was me. Cause I see people like, man, if God real, why do this happen? If God real, why am I going through it? You feel me? But it's not. You can't look at it like that. In a perfect world, nobody, like, come on, bro. The only perfect world there is heaven. So you're not going to experience the life that you want to experience until you put in the work to go to heaven. If you want to experience life with no pain, no suffering, then you got to put in that work. You got to make it there. It's not, you can't just, you see what I'm saying? But see, people be thinking too much. People don't realize that as much as God has been gracious to us, we shouldn't even question nothing. We shouldn't question nothing. Like, you should just, whenever something good happens, say thank you. Whenever a lesson come up, pray about it. Be grateful that you able to go through a lesson and move on, learn from it. Once you start moving like that, it's kind of like, who gonna stop you? You feel me? So, yeah, I've been thanking God for talking to me, and I couldn't wait till I got to this point. But I could go on forever, man. Basically, just be grateful. Be grateful. Be so grateful. Even when like, bro, like, man, you gotta be so grateful. Cause back to what I was just saying, even though we sin, even though we messed up, even though we keep messing up, even though we know that we messing up and we gonna mess up again, it's like he's still doing good by us. He's still doing good by us. He's still protecting us. He's still helping us. You feel me? So you can't even be mad. You gotta appreciate all the good that came into your life, because it could have been way worse. It could have been way worse. Your worst is probably different than my worst, but our worst is still gonna feel the same to us. If that makes sense. I could have went through something traumatic and you could have went through something not as traumatic, but we still got that same feeling from two different experiences. So basically what I'm saying is, just because this person didn't get it as hard as you, or you didn't get it as hard as somebody else, you always got to be grateful that, look, I made it through this. If you alive and you good, you breathing, you not, you feel me? You made it through it. And if you still dealing with something that you haven't made it through, that just means you got to change your mindset. Once you change your mindset, nothing can affect you. Bro. That's how I'm coming, man. 2025. 2025. You got to change your mindset for the rest of your life. You can't even, like, bro, I told y'all something didn't work out of my way. I said, you know what? I don't even care. Mind you, this is like make or break. This is make or break. Like, I'm thinking weeks ahead of time. Like, dang, if I don't do this today, in 3 weeks from now, I'm going to be messed up. But you see, instead of being like, dang, bro, thinking about it all the way until that day come, I'm be like, you know what? I don't even care. And what God do? He made a way when there was none. Even if the situation was this little, it still mattered to me. So he came through and he helped me. And I'm like, dang, on to the next problem. You feel me? Like, oh, I'm so glad I remembered. See, I was finna end this video, but I just remembered this too. The way I look at it, when you put your faith in God, it's like you go talk to him, right? He say, okay. He put a blindfold on you. He fight your battle. Take the blindfold off. Now you up a level. Now you to the next challenge. You like, dang, he just took care of my last problem, and I don't even know how he fixed it. He put that blindfold over my face and he did something. When I took it off, it was fixed. That's what I'm gonna tell people. I'm like, how did you, bro, God put that blindfold on me. It hit different when he put that blindfold over your face. And when he take it off, your problem fixed. No matter if it's big or small. But when you when you really believe like that, you gonna see it all the time. 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks ago, I wasn't thinking like this. I swear to you, I wasn't. Now I realize that even the little stuff in my life is a blessing. I'm starting to pray over little stuff. Thank you, God, for the littlest stuff. Me making it back home, thank you. Me having fun that day, thank you. Me eating that day, thank you. You feel me? When you start thinking positive, no matter how negative your life is on the exterior, that your interior can't be compromised, because it's no way to. The only way your life is negative is if you allow it to be negative. I could be broke on the streets with no money in my pocket. I'm gonna make something happen. Like, I'm not gonna let that affect me. I'm not gonna sit there and take it and ball up under it. You gotta boss up. Like, I bet we got this. It don't even matter. Like, I don't know how we gonna do it, but we gonna do it. That's how you gotta start thinking. So, yeah, once y'all start thinking like that, man, life would be way better. I'm gonna start just dropping videos whenever I feel like talking. Like, I'm gonna be popping these off, like these snaps or something. I don't know, but yeah, I am very grateful. I hope y'all are very grateful. I pray that anybody seeing this can really be grateful for everything. Like, somebody would get a brand new job and then not even realize like how big of a blessing, or how you see what I'm saying? Like, somebody would get, I don't know, like, it's just a lot of stuff that I'm realizing, like, dang, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. Like, dang, all this stuff that God been doing for me my whole life. And I'm not saying thank you for none of it. And he know I love him, but I'm not realizing how much he doing for me. Then I'm watching a video and all these videos be speaking straight to me, bro. He said, look back at your life and notice all that I have done for you. And before I even went through with everything I went through, I noticed, like, dang, just minor stuff. Like, for example, when I was a kid, it was these little toys called jiggle beans or something. And like, when you roll it, it's like a ball inside of a bean. So when you roll it, the weight travel over, so the bean keep rolling. Anyway, I was a kid. I had threw it up and caught it with my teeth. And for some reason, I was thinking, like, dang, I could have just choked. Like, I'm tripping. And I was thinking this when I was a kid. But when I got older, I was like, dang, all this stuff that God prevented. That's just one example. You see what I'm saying? When I look back at my life since I was a kid, all the stuff that could have happened that didn't happen. For example, when I was a kid, I was in the 4th grade, and I did a backflip off a big dumpster, off a big trash can, big dumpster. My nose, the tip of my nose hit because the back of the dumpster got like an opening. It's like a square and you could slide it open. Yeah, it's like a door you could slide open at the back of the dumpster. So when I did a backflip, my head went inside the thing, and the tip of my nose hit the lining of the opening. So I'm sitting there leaking, my nose leaking. But then when I thought about it, I'm like, bro, what if I would have hit right here? What if I'd have hit right here? What if I'd have hit right here? You see, like, I hit right here. And the only thing that happened, my nose was a little swollen, but I didn't break my nose. I didn't get hit right here. Like, I'm thankful for stuff like that. So God really been, if it's not meant to happen, it's not meant to happen. If it's meant to happen, it's gonna happen. So you just gotta think about it like that. When stuff don't work out for you, if you don't get that job, if you've been applying for jobs for a whole year straight and not nan one hired you, and you've been calling and doing interviews and stuff and nobody hired you, that's for a reason, bro. Don't get down on yourself. You feel me? You gotta take it